come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. Well, guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches in football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush line hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. Off play action, Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he goes out right around the 39. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Brace this on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over first down and 10 at their own 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The Lions had 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Fields. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Play action. It's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Fields. All the way down at the 3. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs. Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Rosas' kick is good. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bears take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 41-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Placed the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a give up the middle.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
On play action, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Rosas' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First down, Chicago.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That pass caught, it's Williams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there to pick up the 25. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On first down, it's Fields. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Closest now to end the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Bears take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Justin Fields, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back in his own center. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on a deep ball. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And that is no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. So the completion good for 7 there. And 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but really like the drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
There's Mooney with another catch. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again is Wilson. Shoves him away. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dobbins diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from running.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this.
On third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off-play action, Fields. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now it's Fields. Open man right side is Shark. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let him...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this wide of a margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Charles Herrick. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And the Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Lions, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town.